doing on this Wednesday night? Hold on. Turn off my YouTube. Go. Hello, Andrew. Mr. Nightmare. Uso, how you doing? I hope everybody's having a good week so far. I don't know how long I'll last tonight. And Latro. The guys are here. Thank you, guys. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up. Anybody comes in and out. I hope everybody's having a good night and rocking the week so far. The phones, yeah. So I don't do a whole lot on my phone at all. I really don't. TikTok, and I'm not even on there. I take spurts. Other than that, but yeah, I hope everybody's having a good week so far. Gemma will be here Friday night, as you saw on Facebook, if you saw the post. Not much is going on, just doing the house duties and staying busy. I hate going to the grocery store anymore, Latro. It's such a nightmare. No AC in the truck, and oh man. Yeah, I know it's been hot down there. It's a nightmare up here too. Not as bad as you guys. You guys are way hotter than most, but you know. But I mean, it's not the heat doesn't bother me. I mean, even the humidity, it's the air quality that kills me right now until I get myself. I'm feeling a lot better than I have in a while. A little bit longer to go, and hopefully certain things can remove themselves. Other than that, I'm good. Trying to enjoy the week, trying to stay busy. Well, not trying to stay busy. That's hard. That's the easy thing, staying busy. Been trying to stay away from stores, public. Man, it's crazy out there. I'll tell you what, what I see with people now is I've seen good. I'm still seeing a lot of good, but right now the bad is bad. And so it's just like my prayer list just keeps now it just says everyone. So I know there's some people just outright bad. What do you do? Anyways, anybody got anything exciting going on this week? Like I said, Gemma will be here Friday. I suggest showing up about 7 o'clock. Make sure you eat enough fat, Ghosty. It's required for hormone balance. Helps with inflammation. Actually, I'm good. I exercise. I still do my Tai Chi. It's not the inflammation. It's the constant, well, I shouldn't say instant. It's the constant living in a state of motion. What gets me. I mean, believe it or not, I am sitting here doing 1,000 miles a minute. It's not fun. And doing it since you were 2 years old. But yeah, and there's nothing. I've tried everything. And I'm still trying everything. I gave up on the meds because the meds are just bad. Side effects worse than anything. Yeah, from Moon River. I just go up to Amish country up here by Der Dutchman. And in fact, I've been dying to eat there. I think I'll gather up the group and go to Der Dutchman, sit down and have a real home cooked meal other than my crap. No, I don't mind if I cook. Stick of butter. I used to know a guy used to do that. He was in the service. I don't know if he still does it or not. It's usually around wintertime. He's not a big guy, though. He's about my size. Right now, I'm hitting about 195. I'm working my way down. I gained a little weight. But that happened when I was sick. I'm trying to work it back off. Ever since they had me on a prednisone, it's like if I gain a little bit of weight, it is a work to get it off. But I do get it off. And I feel good. Just the constant movement. And I can't even go to bed without waking up 50 yards from where I started. So And no wonder I see stuff. I don't sleep. Now, I actually been sleeping good. When I do sleep, I sleep. It's just, I'm in motion the whole time. I wake up and my brain's refreshed, but my body's done. And then I'm still going. I'm drinking a cup of half and half. Only because sometimes when I get a little headache, a little bit of caffeine helps. But other than that, caffeine, I drink in the restaurant business is all I drink all day long. Well, I'd have a pop once in a while. Now I got loose lips. You're killing me, man. You're killing me. Yeah, I'm just going to hang out for a while. I want to get up. I got a few things I want to get done early in the morning. We're supposed to get rain, but I don't know if we'll get it. It looks like it's staying up north. We may get a little bit of rain. Rain. I don't think we'll get any good storms or anything. It's supposed to actually start getting nice. We're supposed to be tomorrow night, Friday night, I think possibly over the weekend. We're supposed to be in the low 50s during the night, low 60s. So we'll see if that happens. Man, I'd love to be able to open the windows and air at this house. Because it's been, like I said, the humidity and heats. Today, it was like 90 and it was like in the heat index of 105 or so. Now it's cooled down a little bit, but the humidity's still there. But it's the air quality. And Dad keeps saying, we hit the lottery. We're going to move out of this city. I said, well, we're really not in the city. There's tons of trees. Well, it doesn't help because they keep cutting trees down in the neighborhood. This neighborhood, you used to be able to drive down the street and it'd be shade all the way down the street to the cemetery. Not anymore. Just one spot at the top of the street and that's it. But the one cottonwood tree they had that was on the street, it was huge. It took 3 people, almost 4 people, to put their arms around the tree, all the way touching all the way around the tree. It was a huge tree. And that thing shed, it looked like it was snowing. I don't think there lives. I don't think. Who's getting in on the act? And my voice is a little up too. Seems like the last couple days I've been on the phone in the morning and running in the afternoon. And hey guys, remember too, those are watching, watch Gemma's shorts. I'm going to start doing shorts. She takes some of my shorts and put it on her. I just screw around. So anybody that watches this and sees me on TikTok or my shorts here, I'm just having fun with the AI, screwing with the AI. I like screwing with the AI. There's a lot of stuff in the background. And if you look in back of some of the shorts I did, you can see where the AI didn't know what to do with certain things. It cracks me up. So I try to screw with it as much as I can. There's one picture of an AI where I think it's Fallout I did. And the AI, I had a shirt hanging on the back of my chair. And it recognized it as a person, I guess, because it made a person, but it was really weird. If you look at it, it looks like it's got a chicken head. It's creepy and funny at the same time. But there are some of those in mine. I guess a lot of people are talking about how you can do AI when you're doing AI stuff and you're in the AI. They are seeing past relatives in the background, walking around in the background, or friends that they've known who are past show up in the background of these AIs. And they say it's really creepy, and they don't even know how the AI knows about these people, but it's happening. And I'm hearing more and more stories. So keep your ears out and listen for these stories. I've got 2 of a friend that sent them to me. One happened to him, and he didn't publish the AI because it creeped him out too much. But the other one, he did the same thing, or him and his girlfriend did the same thing, and they won't publish it either because it creeps them out. In fact, they stopped using the AI stuff together all out. But yeah, if you hear the stories, let me know because it is happening. Was the butter deep fried? Wait, was the But yeah, if you guys hear of these stories, let me know during spooky time, or say something to me in chat during, because I'm trying to keep tally, because it's becoming more and more popular thing I'm hearing. So nope, but there are some restaurants over in, oh, you guys are still talking about the deep fry everything. There's a couple places here to Latra now that literally deep fry everything they can deep fry. Well, they're not places, they're the food trucks that do that now. I mean, they'll, if you bring it to them, they'll deep fry. It's 11:11. Yeah, I saw that. Good sign. It's a good sign that I was noticing it too, because I noticed it too. I got a clock right above. Yeah, deep fried ice cream's a big hit up here too. I know it's a southern thing, way southern, but I like it. It's kind of weird. When I first heard about it, I was like, huh? Did you hear where people are making waffle with ice cream batter and bread? And it's a trip. I remember deep fried ice cream from the 70s. Yeah, I do too. There was a couple Mexican restaurants up here, or Spanish, whatever you want to call them. I don't want to upset anybody, but yeah, there was a couple Mexican restaurants up here. Man, there was this one place on the west side. I won't even try to say the name because I know I'll screw it up. Had too many R's in it. Anyways, that was the first time I heard about fried ice cream. Who is texting me? Oh, Ryan. Well, Ryan says hello. If Ryan, you're watching, hello. I don't know if he's watching. I'm letting him know I'm streaming. I think you forgot. Okay, I wanted to say hi to Ryan. These are the chicken fried bacon. Ooh, that sounds good. Wrap them in bacon. Take a couple chicken strips and wrap them in bacon. Dip them in batter. Drop them in. That sounds actually really delicious. I'm sure somebody's already done that though. Shish kebab kind of style. Yeah, the big thing up here for a long time, because one of the hostess bread and bread plants was right down the street where it was bread. They made bread down on 4th Street. But fried Twinkies, deep fried Twinkies were real big up here during, and still are during the fairs and carnivals, you know, little and festivals and all that stuff, these little town fairs and stuff. Those will all be kicking up here soon. I don't think the Ohio State Fair draws anything anymore. They don't make a big deal like they used to ever since those folks passed on that ride. It doesn't bring in the crowd. They don't make a big hoo-ha about it anymore. They try every so often. Only people go is for the shows. Usually get a couple good average bands through here. Sometimes you get a couple good bands that come through. And they do a little bit from country to rock. But you guys know that. If you've been in Ohio, where same place goes on around you. It'd be interesting to see them do a World Fair again. I'd like to see that. Would that be an interesting sight? That would kind of freak me out to see a World Fair again. And I remember those used to be a big thing back then. And then you always wondered what happened to some of those buildings that they took all that time to build for these fairs. How they repurpose them? Some of them just completely disappear. So you wonder. Some of them are never used again, those World Fairs. That's why I always liked in the Batman animated series, you'd see there where they had the World Fair. and it's just all ruins now. But you don't see that. I know they repurposed some of them in some of the places, but not all of them. Where'd they go? What happened to them? They didn't tear them down just after for all that fancy building they did for them. I mean, some of those world fairs were pretty fancy. That's like the Olympics. They do all this work in those towns. How fast does it take them to clean all that up? I always wondered that. Anybody know the answer to that? Chris, you listening? Chris is probably watching shows. Then again, I don't know. There's a lot going on. He lives down in Cincinnati, so he probably locked himself in his apartment. Bless his heart. Where he lives off to the west. But that crap down in Cincinnati. I don't want to get political here, but this thing, the whole craziness is crazy. This is probably why I'm seeing so many attachments on people. People are so divided right now. So you either got you see the division, and you also see the people that are just kind of confused. They just don't get what's going on. It's like, why? Why is this happening? Well, we know why. Divide and conquer. But anyways, yeah, and I think that's a lot of reason why me seeing attachments have been way more active lately. Like I said, now it's been 4 times that I've been touched, and I don't like that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, we know what it's about, Latra. I don't want to bring it out because I don't want to get it all stirred up here, but because there's channels for that. You want to talk stuff like that, good. But yeah, it's messed up. I saw the footage the morning after, right after. It was sent to me. It was like, what the hell? It's because they know I live in Ohio. So yeah. It is crazy. Anybody keeping up with the Kamala case? Not Kamala, but Kamala, whatever his name is. The young man that off the student and during a football thing or track meet. That case is going to be all messed up. He'll probably walk or get a plea deal. I think there's a lot of fishy stuff going on behind the scenes on that one. Yeah, what do you guys think of? I was thinking about telling Gemma her uploads with cold cases and stuff like that seem to do pretty good. Do you guys like more of this? What happened? Well, wait, my signal's acting weird. Give me 1 second. I'll keep talking. Am I doing okay? Yeah, I'm froze. Oh shit. Hold on. There we go. Yeah, my signal's all messed up. I'm trying to catch up on the YouTube here. I don't know what happened there. My internet kind of freaked out for a second. But yeah, there's a number of factors involved. And we all know what they are. And it's just sad. You know, people need to start stepping up, period. And what bothers me is not only what happened, it was the people, there was only one 911 call out of all those people standing there, only one person called 911. That's messed up. It's just, they got us scared. And it's not to be like that, you guys. Yeah, I don't think anybody here would be like stand around and watch something like that and not, I wouldn't, I would have intruded. I may not have lived, but I would have at least tried to stop it. There's no sense in that. None. I watched Gemma's abduction case until she began discussing the alien food. Then, yeah, that's an interesting one. You're talking about the one from yesterday. I'm going to tell you, I hear weird alien stuff all the time. Now, see, here's the thing. I'm pretty much cut up on all the alien activity, the talk. Same thing with Bigfoot. There's so many channels, so many people just stick to those topics. I have no problem with that. I'm more of the supernatural guy only because I deal with more of those are supernatural too. I deal with the more of the unseen stuff, maybe a little bit of the weird cryptic stuff, but only because that's what I'm constantly involved in personally. So, when I walk out of this house, I had to repack my house again between all the rain and stuff because I worry that I'm going to bring something home or something's going to follow me home. I mean, it's been 4 times this year that someone has reached out and touched me. And that means they can see me or they're starting to see me, which is not a good thing. So, but it's getting intense. The veil is definitely lifting more and more. Because just look at the state of the world. Cincinnati and all these other things that are going on. I mean, an executive just got lit up, literally on fire, just a day or two ago. It's insane. It's just insane. The guy in the NFL plays, it's crazy. It's divide and conquer. No dividing us. Now they're just letting it go lawless. They're not trying to go political. So I better shut up. But the alien stuff, yeah. See, now the alien stuff, sometimes it's a little far-fetched for me, but then again, I look at aliens so differently. I mean, I don't think they're aliens. And for some reason, I want to stick to that. But I try to stay open about it. I mean, what do aliens eat? They're interested in us and cattle. For some reason, I mean, they take enough cattle. But I think on some of the cattle mutilation stuff, I think some of that's us. I think some of that is us. And I think if they're testing beef, they're checking things, and maybe even experimenting on them. Farmers may not even know it. Lately, we've had a lot of military. So you would know, Lotro, from Columbus to Dayton, I may be 2 hours away, give or take, depending on how 70 is. Right, Pat? It's not that far from me. Lately, it hasn't been seen the huge transport military helicopters. A couple of them looked Army. One I knew had a Marine logo on it, all heading that way. Where now the last few days, I've seen them coming from the south going north. I'm like, what is going on? We have a reserve over here on 161, but I don't know why they'd be going there. I mean, I've been by the place. It doesn't look very active, but sometimes it's hard to tell. So there's been a lot of cars in the parking lot, so it's possible. But I don't know what's going on. But that's the most I've seen. It's been going on off and on now for about 2 months. When I lived down on campus, that would have been 9 years ago. 10 years ago. With some friends. One day I was standing out. We had a balcony. I was standing there. All of a sudden you heard this jet. And that thing was loud. And all of a sudden I see this white jet. It looked like an F-14 or something, man. It was nice. But it was all white and had the big old UN on the back of the tail fin. And I mean, that thing was low, and it went right over Columbus. Yeah, everybody had to seen that or heard it at least. And they said he was coming out of Columbus Airport. I was like, why were they at Columbus Airport? I thought maybe Rickenbacker, but he was coming from the direction of Columbus Airport. So, I don't know. But he was low as crap, and you heard him coming, man. But yeah, I was curious about that. I was saying, go back to I'm Yeah, because I've noticed she's had she upticks on some of the cold case files and stuff. The alien stuff doesn't do too bad because the weirder it gets, it seems like sometimes you get a bigger draw. Some of those encounters are pretty crazy. So, and even from the ones I know that are not in books, from friends and people. Um, but I do like it when she does Black Eyed Kids. But I was thinking there's a couple of these old ones that she did that I'd like to have updates on. And I was thinking maybe she could do a couple of those. If you guys are up for that, let me know and I'll say something to her. She likes to mix it up. So, and send in those listener encounters. Man, I love the listener encounters. Those things are always good. I'm about ready to send her in. I've been writing down a couple of them that I think she would tell better doing her. She puts a little enthusiasm and more. She puts a lot of enthusiasm into listener encounters. I think she really likes to do those. I told her to break some of those up and put them in shorts too for TikTok and YouTube. Take shorter ones and learn how to, finagle the special effects on there. I'm still learning. Like I said, I play with the AI and I play with just the little apps and have fun with them. I got 3 guys I was messing around with that I think I'm going to carry on with. Maybe make a little skit out of them called the Goofuses, since somebody called me a goofus not too long ago. She shouts like remade me. But yeah, I think she needs more input on what kind of stories you guys want. So I'm trying to find out. I think when school starts, she'll get a lot more active again. She's been writing some more stories too. So that's a good thing. But it's hard for her to get anything done with the kid. And then as for me, I think I am going to, like I said, I have 2 videos that I did. They're not very good. They're pretty much just introductions. And I think I'm going to drop on Rumble just for the fun of it and see what happens. Their videos, Rumble has become more of a streaming site now. And I may stream over. I'm still thinking about streaming over there if I can figure certain things out. Everybody says it's pretty easy. I guess we can use StreamYard there now. So I was thinking about that. But I'm still going to have fun with the shorts. Like I said, I get a day where I can, or an evening, and I do a bunch of them, take a break, do a bunch of them. And like I said, I'm just screwing around. I got to change the one picture of me wearing the tie, though. Just trying to keep chat alive. It's quiet. What time we got? If it stays this quiet, I probably will move on. I know I'm trying to give other people, because I know there's other streams going. Some of them like to come in after they're done. I hope Vixen. Edna's having pain problems, but she says she's doing good. If you see her on Facebook, she's staying positive. So just send her a lot of love. And Vixen, if you're listening or out there, hope you're having a good time. I'll be sending you an email here real soon about those paintings. We're trying to find boxes now. I told him not to make them too big. So if you hear this or rewatch this, you'll know. I'll also send you an email. I can do about 20 minutes more than busy. Yeah, I'll probably just not stay on too long tonight. It's pretty quiet. I know there's other people streaming and stuff. So a lot of people I know like to come in and even just come in and hang out and not even say anything. So, which is fine because it gives them a chance to relax. And I guess I'm noise for them in the background. But yeah, you got to go. You got to go. I may go to 1. What time is it? It's 11:30. I may go to midnight. And I may stop before that, depending on who comes in here soon. I'm not going to push it. I was told I don't have to push it. But I want to make it worth something when I'm on here. So I'll probably stay on at least an hour. I always try to stay on for 2. Right now, I can't do during the weeks, I just can't do the midnight streams. And I love doing the midnight streams. I think GEMMA'S replay, not this weekend, but probably the weekend after that. when I get caught up more on a couple more things. Because usually I try to make Sundays my day. So that's why I make Saturday nights the late nights and just come on Saturday night and then start coming on back on at midnight and just going until everybody passes out or till I pass out. You know, because I keep showing videos of hers. I can't get copyright on her channel for that. So and just make it fun time. But yeah, it's a quiet week. A lot going on in people's heads. A lot going on. People trying to stay busy. The heat's got a lot of people. Sometimes people just get in that air conditioner and they curl up and they just sleep. And I don't blame them. I've been in and out of it since it started. 2 days ago, was it Monday? I was out in it all day. It was horrible. My head hurt so bad by the time I came in. My son is wicked too. But there's a lot of going on. You guys know about the earthquake. And now, I don't know if you guys heard about the 8-point earthquake that happened up in the Pacific. And then the other day, on the 30th, actually, today, because they're a day behind us, I believe, Russia had a volcano go off. So the Ring of Fire is active. There's a couple of volcanoes going off. Now we're getting rumblings everywhere. Even Yellowstone, I saw a video guy on Mr. MBB333's live stream. He was showing a video of this guy. He has a ranch in Yellowstone. He had a bottle of frozen water, and he kept setting it on the ground, and the jug would shake, and you could see the grass moving. He says you could feel it, and you could hear it. You could hear the rumbling. It was creepy as crap. And the bottle would fall over, and he set it back up, and it was just rumbling. Oh, he said the ground's been shaking like for an hour. So that's scary. But something big's coming. You know, we've had that runs a course. It's usually like wind, fire, water, land, earth. So wind / fire, water, then earth. That's when things get like an earthquake. Right now, that Ring of Fire is just cooking. So anybody that lives around that Ring of Fire, man, you guys better stay on alert. Anything's possible. It's real active. I wonder if that will drive animals off. Actually, Lotro, I didn't know if you saw those videos. There are videos of animals leaving Yellowstone areas, not all of it, but certain areas of Yellowstone. The animals have herded out of it. There's a ton of buffalo moving, and they say it's a little early for them to start migrating. So it'll be interesting. They said they've seen the buffalo, the deer and antelope, or whatever, whitetail, whatever, but and mooses and the bears all fleeing out of certain areas. So they know before we do. I'm smarter than the average bear. I'm smart. I used to be able to do it really good. I used to do it for the kids all the time. Yogi was one of my favorite cartoons when I was little. Better hope the Ring of Fire doesn't spit up. You're gonna don't know what it might spit out. The Godzilla's even around that Ring of Fire, so you better watch out. Maybe Godzilla's not a myth. I'm so happy they're making a Godzilla 2 for -1. It will be what? -2, I think, or something like that. And then I heard there talkings, or a lot of talkings about a Shin Godzilla, so that will make me happy. But yeah, you get the Ring of Fire really active. And then on top of that, we are going into hurricane season, where we're right at the beginning of hurricane season. So anything's possible. You know, we're supposed to cool down over the weekend. Up here, we're supposed to actually, daytime, supposed to be like in the mid 70s, low 80s, or mid 70s, supposedly not tomorrow, but I think Friday and Saturday. and possibly Sunday, and then we'll have really cool nights. Then during the week, next week, I think the heat back up a little bit and the humidity kicks back in again. And then somebody, and one thing I saw, and one report I saw, between the 6th, I believe the 6th and the 12th, that was like 6 days, yeah. Yeah, between August, wait, let me make sure I get this right. Here in the northern parts, between the 6th and the 12th, could be a lot of rain. It could be exceptionally wet for us up here in the north. So we'll have to wait and see. We don't need any more flooding. There's been enough of that crap too. If you notice, like I said, the water, we're in the water period right now. You know, those two tsunamis are hitting places. Luckily, no bad reports have come out yet from that earthquake, because I don't know how close to land it was, but an 8 points pretty big. Not as big as the 9 that happened in Tokyo. That island has been visible a few times from beneath the waves. Then it sinks again. Oh, I know what you're talking about. The one island that they see and then it disappears. I actually watched a video on Upload of a guy talking about that, and he was showing over the time spans over Google Earth, how all of a sudden it's there and then it's gone. Then all of a sudden it's there and then it's gone. You kind of wonder if there is it the invisible island? Is that where the Amazons are? The Amazon women at Kong Sky Island, maybe. Yes, with the crooked buildings and statues. Yeah. Maybe it was once a part of Atlantis. But I know they go to try to check that island out. Somebody says it shifts too, but I don't know how true that is. If it's shifting, it's not the same place. It's a different set. It's the table underneath the water, the ground table underneath the water that's shifted, and it'd be actually a different island if it popped back up. Man, out in that deep water, and it's just they're. It's pretty funny. Like the big. Yeah, no, I'm stuttering. The big talk, how we know more about space than we do about our own oceans. You have to stop and wonder why. I mean, if we can do all that stuff in space, and the Bible, the space is supposed to be water. So, what's the difference? What's wrong with the water down here? Why won't they go down? Well, they are sending submersibles down, but it's only like a few at a time. So you really don't get a whole idea of what's really down there. And the radar and stuff shows you the land masses. And that Ring of Fire, there's a lot of volcanoes, not even on the Ring of Fire, but in the middle of it too, around Hawaii. They're all over that place, along the California coast. And everybody said they covered up that what looked like a base there off the coast of California. I know everybody knows what I'm talking about. That picture with looked like an underground cave with pylons. It looked like a base. They've covered it up now. You can't see. You can go look for it and you can't find it now. They got it covered up now. So, yes, let's talk about disclosure. As they're saying they're disclosing stuff, they're hiding stuff. Look at this hand. See what this hand's not doing. But I got into 4 people. Folks, I think I'm just going to go ahead and call it. It's 11:30. I hate to cut it short. But if it's just going to be this quiet tonight and you guys are just hanging out, I'm sure somebody will be streaming here soon. If not, watch as soon as I leave. Where'd you go? Nah. But I hope everybody's having a good, safe day. Have a good night. I'll see you Friday night, and I will definitely be here Saturday. I will be here 11 on Saturday for Gemma's replays. And then please come in for Gemma on Friday. She's been starting between 7, or she's been trying to start at 7. No, the couple times she had to start, she actually doesn't really have to start until 7:15 because that's what she tells everybody. But she's been trying to start early. So if you show up early, that's good. You can get on a list. Not too many members last week, so I do the members first because they pay, and she hasn't been able to do a whole lot for them, and I think it's reasonable. But it goes pretty fast, and she'll be if we run out of people, she tries to drag the night out as much as she can. But we'd love to see you. Please come in. Make sure you watch your shorts. You can watch mine. I don't care. Like I said, I'm just screwing around anyways. But check out her shorts. Make sure you like. Make sure you comment on not just the shorts, but on the videos. If you haven't seen Tuesday night's video, go check it out. It is pretty wild one. The alien stuff to me is always wild. And I guess I'll see you guys on the flip side. Please have a wonderful one. Please take care of yourself and your loved ones. And I will see you on the flip side of Friday. Good night and have a wonderful one.